Hello and happy Easter, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying your bank holiday, enjoying the long weekend, and you know, um, I would say eating a lot of chocolate, but I don't know. It really troubles me, especially with the recent comments that Theresa May made. Her being appalled at the fact that Easter was being left out of chocolate egg hunts when really chocolate eggs, I don't really see what their significance to Easter, what their relevance to Easter really is actually. Um, to me, chocolate eggs are really a symbol of the commercialization and the capitalization, well, the commercialization and how Christian holidays have been, religious holidays have been capitalized on by big companies in order to make loads of money, which they successfully do every year. Don't get me wrong, I'm guilty myself. I bought myself a free from chocolate egg down the road last week, but then again, I'm not going around in faux outrage over the fact that the word Easter has been left out of chocolate egg hunts. First of all, this is my main issue with Theresa May. Not my main issue, one of my main issues is that she goes around saying, oh, I'm a vicar's daughter and I'm Christian, blah, blah, blah. Sweetheart, I don't remember any time that Jesus told his followers that, you know what, leave the disabled, forget about the poor. If the poor are poor, it's their own fault, and really we've just got to do all we can to make lives for the rich easier. Yet, I'm not Christian, so if there are any Christians out there, please by all means correct me, but the way I understand Christianity, at its core, like all other religions, it promotes, tolerance, coexistence, but above all, kindness to each other, helping those who are needy, those who are poor, those who are less fortunate than yourselves. Really, those acts are acts of worship, really. When you are kind, when you are good, when you do help others that are less fortunate than yourselves, in my opinion. But of course, Theresa May has this new fandangled version of Christianity that I've not really come across. I know it's quite popular in America, but and this, I believe this goes into the whole idea that all these right wing, I really don't understand people who are right wing and claim to be religious. I'm sorry, I really do not get it. It's like when I see Muslims who have joined the Tory party, I just think, like, Baroness Varsi, what are you doing being in the Tory party in the first place, really? I'm sorry, you can't really claim to be, I don't know, it's not on me to question other people's faith, I know that, but really it really flounders me because the founders of these religions, let's look at the founders of these religions, Jesus, Muhammad, peace be upon him, right? Moses, these guys, okay, Moses, he was initially like a prince or something, right? But eventually all these, founders of their respective religions, they were revolutionaries. They were political revolutionaries who threatened the establishment at the time that they were bringing their message. And it's exactly because of things like them saying things like, you've got to spread the wealth around, you've got to give rights to women, you've got to, make sure everyone has education, you've got to make sure, you know, it's equal for everyone, basically, spread the wealth around. It's because of these messages that they were persecuted by the establishment. And so it's such an irony that now the establishment has internalized so much religious rhetoric and religious discourse when, to me, they are undermining the core aspects of their religion, and so to me, when people say, oh, it's, I'm a Christian and I support the Tories, or I'm Muslim and I'm against immigrants and stuff like that, it really it just really annoys me. It really annoys me. And then on top of that, it's quite incredible. I've seen in this group for Remainers, don't get me wrong, I voted Remain and I'm not happy that we're leaving the EU at all. However, I do think it's dangerous in this political climate to disregard a democratic vote, but that's another issue, that's another topic. But just in this idea of my enemy's enemy is my friend, so many people are now jumping up on Tony Blair being like, oh, he's fantastic because he's pro-EU. Oh, Alistair Campbell saying pro-EU things. Oh, we need allies like them. No, we don't. We don't. Because Alistair Campbell, he's brought out this article criticising Theresa May for her belief in God and for her saying that it was God, that Jesus or God would say, yeah, you should leave the EU. Which, okay, Theresa May. But on the other side, Alistair Campbell, pot kettle black, really? Because weren't you spin doctor for Tony Blair, who went into an illegal war and massively destabilised Iraq because God told him to? I mean, we know it was George Bush, really, but he was saying at the time that, oh, God told me that it was the right thing to do and that, I should do it to help the Iraqi people. It's a shame God didn't tell you to stop selling weapons to both sides of the Congo during the Civil War. Innit, Tony Blair? Why don't we think about that, eh? It's incredible, and of course, we've got then people who take it to even further extremes like ISIS and people like this who really abuse religion in their own, with no real understanding, critical thinking, and and these are things that your religion is promoting. Religion promotes education, it promotes critical thinking. Again, it promotes equality, they promote understanding, and so when people justify their homophobic, racist, really conservative views through religion, I just say no, because religion should be used, in my opinion, as a way to open your mind rather than to narrow it. And, to see members of the political elite justify their actions through religion, well, I think it's highly hypocritical of them. Highly hypocritical and wrong, really. And I think it does a great disservice to those religious people who do practice what their religion tells them, practice the core elements of their religion, which is kindness to others, etc., because there are plenty of those as well. So, happy Easter, but, take what our Prime Minister says with a pinch of salt.